Chat a little bit about letting go today. Expectations, resentments, and the galactic avenger. Despite where it's taken us, despite where it came from, it's time to move forward, right? There's only so much we can do in certain scenarios, and I believe I've hit that threshold when it comes to the galactic avenger. It doesn't mean that, I don't know what it means. We're going to talk a little bit about letting go and pushing forward together. Get warmed up, find ourselves a sense of appreciation and hope through the struggle. As always, weather the burden together, right? Yeah, you're not in this alone, and I'm not either. Take your own advice, push forward, finding hope and appreciation despite the struggle. And as always, let's start a little poll here while we're waiting for things to get warmed up. Go with the old reliable. Bazinga banga. Anyway. Alright, slow and steady, nice and easy. It's going to be alright today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find our way through here in the old camper car. Saying our fond farewells to this beast of a machine who's made it here, there, and everywhere, held together with zip ties, hopes, and dreams. To understand our limits, financially, spiritually, and physically, and what we can handle here. This car has gotten us everywhere, right? My car, the Galactic Avenger, has almost died on us a handful of times, but I think this is beyond what I can take care of right now in the scenario I'm in, and I have to accept it. That's what today's about, accepting and moving forward to the best of our ability. If you want to roll the dice out there, please let me know. If you like, shared, you're subscribed, we'd appreciate you taking the chance, taking the leap with us today. Got the red Sharpie, and reflecting a little bit on hope, appreciation, and letting go. How do we do so? How do we let go of these things that become so standard? How do we let go of our expectations and what should be? How do we find a way through all of these things? I don't know. We have to figure that out together. Lady J, good morning, Scott. How are you doing? UFO, it's good to see you. Hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, UFO. I hope you're doing well. It's a mixed bag today. It's been a mixed bag for a while, and nothing seems to really play out exactly the way we would like it to for this trip. It hasn't really been what I had hoped or expected, but it's exactly what it needs to be, despite what I think it should be, and I'm just kind of reflecting and letting go today. We're working on, ladies, we're working on letting go of the old Galactic Avenger. There's something going on with it that I don't have the ability to fix. With a bushing and a bolt broken on the subframe. And that's something beyond my technical ability with the tools I have and the experience I have to be able to do it safely. I think we're at the point where we've put enough into this Galactic Avenger despite what it's given us. Oh no, it's time to say goodbye to the Galactic Avenger. I know, it's an emotional day, Lady J. You've been there, you know, right? Let's roll the dice one more time in the Galactic Avenger before we say goodbye. Let's take a chance and take a leap and help inspire me to find the motivation to do the next right thing, despite the struggle today. And in realizing that it's not just about where we've been and how we've patched this thing together and kept it running and had some amazing adventures on the cheap as we travel minimally. It ties to my cousin Jimbo, who's gone on his journey, getting it from him and keeping it running. It's been kind of like a nod to the old Jimbo. But the serve you well, Scott. You will always have those memories, though. You're 110% right. Today's about letting go. Things, places, people that may be toxic. This thing has been medicine for a long time, but I've been wanting to let it go anyway for quite some time. It's time to fully, really let go. I'm just struggling with that a bit today. Making the calls. I got to make the calls when I get off here, find somewhere to junk it, I guess. I don't know what else to do with it. It ain't making it anywhere, and I don't have the time, the tools, the ambition, to do so, because it would be a lot. But we're going to push through it together. Lady J, how are you holding up today? And UFO, how are you doing, brother? I hope you're doing okay. I am doing all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Especially if I get a couple of you guys out there to roll the dice, signifying that I'm not the only one willing to take the lead today. Just like that. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know you did so. And we'll push forward together, doing the best we can. Showing appreciation, hope, and acceptance. 50-50 today. Well, you're in the right place. Whether you're holding it together and you can help us hold it together, or whether you're not. Especially if you're not. Because here, as the turtle herd, we weather the burden together. Muslim James, Scott, you the man. I appreciate that vote of confidence today. I don't really feel that so much as being the man today. I didn't really feel much like doing this, but I figure at the very least I can do for the Galactic Avenger is give it a fond farewell and one last cup of coffee with you fine ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. All my brothers and sisters from the island of Misfit Toys. Welcome in one last time as we say our fond farewells to the Galactic Avenger and we let go to the best of our ability. The old camper car might be a little trashed right now. She's not in her days, but we ripped out the passenger seat, put that little kitchenette, ripped out the side seat, the back seat, made a little bed, and bumpers held together with zip ties. Hasn't had power steering in over a year. We got a fiberglass, reflective plexiglass back window. And and now a blown bolts and gasket for the subframe, which is going to be the end of her. Because even if we manage to fix that, it's the other spring, and then it's the back tires would all have to be done, and the amount of money that would go into that, despite the effort and the time we don't have to put the effort in, nor the tools, all of that is probably more hassle to keep it running, considering the inspection is due at the end of October. And she ain't gonna make it. But, Judge, yo, bro, I'm here. It's good to see you, Judge. We're holding it together there, good sir. Hope you're holding together well. We're talking about letting go. You want to roll the dice today? Come on, let's get the ball rolling. Let's roll these dice. Let's get into a positive note. Let's push forward, knowing that we're doing the best we can. We can't allow our emotions to define our next step. It doesn't mean that they're not valid, because they are. We're here to accept and appreciate those emotions, but we're also here to back each other up on what needs to be done. And I can use a little backup today. A little backup on pushing forward and letting go, And here's the thing, I can question what I did in the past and decisions I've made, but we've got a school bus up at the house that'll keep me mobile, even though it destroys gas and I can't really spark drive in it. That's part of the fear, is not being able to have that backup to spark drive. But maybe the lesson here is to lean into the possibilities and have faith in ourselves. I got this business plan going on with a buddy of mine. I don't want to jinx or talk about that either, but we've talked about it a bit. With the flow painting is going to come into reality when I get back to New York, and we're going to do a few jobs. We'll do a little marketing. We're going to crank out a couple houses, and then we're going to push forward. Thank you, Misled Utopia. Lady J had a great couple days with my family and had the big thunder and lightning storm last night. Me and my daughters stood outside, torrential rain, and for about an hour and enjoyed it. It was so intense. What a buzz. That sounds like an amazing night there, Lady J. Thanks for sharing it with us. Me and Rob actually had a pretty good night last night too. We finally started developing that kind of Tamagotchi pet turtle game. It was going to be a pet bunny game, but we decided to go with the turtle. When we can find a second, not as epic as the thunderstorm and the family thing, but it allowed me to distract myself and to feel like we had a win there. To take one day and create a game that's fun and entertaining to play. It was pretty awesome. Something that we could give here. We're not exactly sure what we're doing with the game, but love you, Scotty. Misled Utopia, thank you, Robbo. I love you too, brother. Now you like, we're going to roll the dice for you. There's a 6er. There's the 10 we were looking for. Misled Utopia. Up onto the ceiling of champions. Make sure whoever gets this vehicle, whoever digs through it in the junkyard, can understand your value and worth. Maybe we'll put a check out Misled Utopia on YouTube up here or something. Utopia Bazinga. There we are there, Bobo. Thank you for rolling the dice, taking a chance. Where are you from? Says Sela. I am from New York there, Mr. or Mrs. We appreciate you. Shill. Add my name. You got to like, share, subscribe. Let us know you did so. Teresa, it's good to see you this morning. this afternoon, this early day, as we find appreciation, hope, and acceptance for what is. You know what? I'm not going to sweat my balls off today. We're going to do something a little different. Might as well run the last reconnecting. Oh, we were disconnected for a moment, of course. Oh, man. Anyway, Lady J, we love you, Scott. You are a beautiful soul and true inspiration. That means a lot, Lady J. Thank you so much. Derek, can you write, I just lost the game? Derek, why? What do you mean you just lost the game? What did you do? I feel like I'm losing the game sometimes myself there, good sir. We got to shut up these doors, and we're going to run in some AC today. That's what we're going to do. Be comfortable. There we go. Bam. Shut that door. Thought maybe a cross breeze would help, but it's getting warm quick. So, our last day camper car. Boom-ba-doo. Doodly-doo. Anyhow, so give me a second, guys. We're going to pull it together. Or not. I think we will. We're going to be all right. Everything is going to be just fine. For sure. Bam. There we go. Nice shirt, bro. Yes, Misled Utopia. My new favorite shirt. We appreciate you, Robbo. You are so authentic. I love you. Thank you, Teresa. I'm doing my best here to be open and honest, to break the mold of miscommunication and unsaid things, you know. Get out there and say the thing. Do the thing today. Do the thing today. Misled jams. They do, Misled Utopia. They do. Talking about letting go today there, Robbo. Any quotes that might be able to help us come to terms and let go to the best of our ability? Feel free to let us know. Let's take it slow. Take it easy. Roll the dice today, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know you did the thing. And be commended onto the ceiling of champions before this bad boy ends up in the junkyard. And yeah, we'll go from there. How are you doing? Holding it together there, big dog. Again, it's hard to see this thing like that. Gunsy, holding it together. James in the house, big dog. Double tap that screen, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know you did so we can roll the dice for you. And symbolizing your willingness to push forward and do the best you can. I need a haircut. I need to take a breath. We need to find some, well, there's a bee in here or a wasp. Give me 1 second. Let's let this wasp out so we don't, there we go. Bam. Don't need that floating around in here. How you doing today, James, brother? You holding up? Yeah. We're working on letting go today. Saying goodbye to the Galactic Avenger. After I get off the phone here, we're going to have to make some phone calls and figure out a way to get a couple junk dollars for our POS camper car. The Unstoppable Racing Troy. Well, if you're feeling that way, Troy, there's 988, brother. Or stick around for a while, because there's some people here who've gone through that, who understand that need for something to subside the pain. Do your best to embrace it. I know that's hard to do when you're on fire, but reach out for help is the best thing I could say. Unstoppable. A1 Tesla, is that a... It is not. It is a Dodge Avenger camper car that is absolutely in mayhem right now, but there's usually a foam mattress into the trunk, and yeah, that's what it is. It's not a bus. The bus is at the house, and yeah. Do me a favor, Unstoppable. Take a chance, roll the dice, start from there. Take a leap. You already have by admitting what you're struggling with. You know, and just keep in mind, there's 988 out there. There's this scenario here where you can express yourself. What are you fiending for? What are you trying to pull yourself away from? Why, right? Remind yourself why you're doing the thing you're doing. You know, there's probably people in your life, or there's definitely people in your life who love you and want you to do better. And I believe that completely. You know, we just got to start doing the next right thing. You might not know what that is. I have no clue what that is most of the time. It's kind of where I'm at today, right? No clue where or what the next right thing might be, but we're going to work on that together. Guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me know you did so. Maybe I've got to turn this thing on to all messages. to make sure we get all your messages. But with love, hope, and appreciation, all these things that we build here together through open, where I'm flowing with the river of life, I realize that I'm being taken exactly where I need to be, despite where I might be in the moment. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. But it's hard to not dwell on the moment. It's hard to let go of this moment and the things that attach us to it, so that we can move forward freely, comfortable. Even if it hasn't been comfortable, this car has been comfortable. It's got me here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, Unstoppable Troy, you deserve more viewers. God bless you. Well, I appreciate you, Unstoppable. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, brother. That'll all help. Check out the channel. We got some really awesome playlists there, Unstoppable. My Card, the Galactic Avenger. Today's the tribute to My Card, the Galactic Avenger. And there's some pretty awesome stuff in there. Some gob jobbing, some rigging, some working out, some not. This thing has made it here, there, and everywhere a handful of times. We're working on letting go. Shared. Thank you, Misled Utopia. We're going to roll the dice for you in 1 second. Getting some cutting out here and there. Yes, sir. The future belongs to those who believe the beauty of the dream. Eleanor Roosevelt. I like that. All right, we got a couple rolls from Misled Utopia. There's a 9, a 5, an 8. Absolutely nothing. There's another 9. There's the 10 we were looking for right there. 6 and a 4. Misled Utopia. And we're gonna look right back here. Let's write visits Misled on YouTube. Bam! And then we're gonna put another Misled Utopia. Bam! So I put you right next to the other one up there, good sir. And we also put visit you on YouTube. Hopefully, when this guy ends up in the junkyard, someone's gonna see that and come join and find your musical medicine, man. That's all we can do, is do the best we can. Feel free to keep liking, sharing, subscribe, and let me know. The Unstoppable, did you like? Did you share? Did you subscribe? You got a quote for us? I'm glad you believe that, and we're going to do our best to keep being a positive, motivating, inspirational thing despite the struggle we're going through. Has it been anything that we expected? Not really. There's been some beautiful moments here in this last few weeks. It's been amazing spending time with my brother and my niece, being able to help out and be to good use and to feel useful and to feel at home and comfortable, and have that camaraderie has been great. You know, the time frame wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and we can't keep rolling with the punches, and it's been one thing after another. And we're still waiting on getting the truck back so we can actually make some big moves and help my brother get moving. But yeah, what are you up to? What am I up to? Edits. We're chilling. We're saying goodbye to the Galactic Avenger together today, Edit. You're willing to roll the dice. One more chance to get up onto the ceiling of champions where this bad boy ends up in the junkyard. I find myself hesitating to even say it right, because I get this little whisper in the back of my mind that says, you can pull it together, you can do it. And it's like, you know what? Not alone. Not with the tools I have, not with the ability I have, not safely. And not with the amount of money that it would take to dump into this thing to get it to drive safe. You know, and I might not be able to have that safety net of being able to have it with me when I get back to New York to spark drive to make sure things are paid, but sometimes I guess we got to leap without a safety net. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself the way others do. I need to work on having faith in myself the way that you guys do, the way that my brother from Misled Utopia does. KY, oh no, what's happening? KY, tree farmer. I think the Galactic Avengers rolled its last day, man. It's the subframe bushing and bolt are blown, and the shock on the other side is blown as well, which I believe caused, you know, the tilt in the tire on the left side, the driver's side, which caused that to blow out. We changed the one on the driver's side, which straightened out the passenger side tire, but we should have done both. But we can't live in those moments. I gotta stop that. You can't live in those shoulda, coulda, wouldas there, tree farmer. And I know that we had these great expectations, and I suck at fulfilling, you know, sometimes, and I wish this, that, and the other thing, man. But it looks like the old Galactic Avenger's going to the junkyard, brother. I don't know what else to do, because this thing drives down the road like this, and it's pretty dangerous. I know that's disappointing. Can you draw a seal from Naruto Day? Can you draw a seal from Naruto Day? I can't. I don't know anything of what that means. I don't think I've ever seen that show. Morning Star, just to remind that life is great. It is great. Thank you, Morning Star. We're going to roll the dice for you. Just because it's not exactly what we think it should be, just because I haven't been able to fulfill the expectations I believe I should fulfill, I haven't been able to do the things that I've meant to do. I've had the best of intentions, man. I really have. And, Tree Farmer, it does bother me that this car won't end up with you, but I don't know what else to do, man. I'm stuck here. We got to move on in a couple days, and there's some physical work that needs to be done to it that I just can't do, man. I mean, I offered to go pick up Crank and his tools, but he doesn't have the time, and that's all right. I don't know what else to do to try to fix it, and maybe it's for the best. It's time to let go, right? It's time to let go of this thing, let go of all the burdens and struggles, even let go of the promises that I made, man. I really did want, I thought in my naive mind, I figured this thing would last forever, and the engine and tranny are still solid, but you can't beat that New York rust forever, brother. Yeah, and happy thoughts. Thank you, Tree Farmer. Brother, I'm glad you're not too disappointed there, because like I said, man, it would have been, put it into your hands the way that, you put that effort in to become part of this community, man, and I'm not going to hold that against myself. We got to let that go, too. I'm letting go of the resentments for me not being able to, do the thing, right, to push forward and do all these things that I have the best intentions to do. It's part of today. Letting go and finding appreciation and hope. Nico, a seal of the animal. Yeah, I don't know how that looks, brother. Yeah, what it woke both ways. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me make it yeah, well, it works both ways. I'm part of the community. You're not too far away. I have a car sitting in my driveway that doesn't need much work. Well, I hope that you get that figured out, brother. I know you need a vehicle. I wish this would have worked out for you, but drugs, people don't do drugs. You're right, man. Stay away from the drugs. Find a good medicine for yourself. And know that any medicine can become a poison. That's one of the things I try to keep in mind. And I'm not saying that drugs are medicine, But I guess it all depends on what you're talking about. You're talking about medication, those are drugs. You're talking about caffeine, that's a drug. About sugar, that's a drug. Dad, about nomadic life. I think nomadic life is a beautiful thing. I've been striving to be a nomad for a while. I feel like a nomad in spirit, but I've got a home base back up at the house, and I try to embody that nomadic kind of moving forward here to the best of my ability. Part of me wants to let go and fully that lifestyle. Another part of me is struggling with letting go of all these things and this preconceived notion and the safety net of having a place, even though it comes along with a lot of weight and it can be really empty up there. But yeah, I think nomadic life's a beautiful thing. I think that feeding your feeding who you are, right? I think it depends on who you are, right? Some people, it's ludicrous. It makes no sense. For me, I'm somewhere in the middle. This idea of what I want, but I can't seem to let go of what I have. And maybe part of this, right? Maybe this part of this whole thing with the car. Robert, what a nomad? Please explain. A nomad is someone who travels freely, right? Wandering soul. Think, what was that dude from Kung Fu? He was a nomad, right? A wandering traveler. I think, I'd really like that concept. I think that's something that we embodied for a short period of time here in the old camper car. Robert, what is a nomad? We already rented that 29 peoples. 34% of people. It seems to be a kind of a common number, that 34%. Well, I hope you're sticking around. I hope we can help you find a sense of peace. I hope we can find a sense of peace together today. Start doing that by rolling the dice, right? Taking a chance. There's an 11. You would have been able to nominate a winner. I think, and we got a lot of things going on. I got to call and figure out who to junk this car to get rid of it. I got to get a few bucks hopefully, and empty it out, get my together, help my brother get his stuff together, a couple runs to the dump, slow and steady, get up to Sally's with him, and then I think, I've got to, use that money to rent a car to get home, I believe, is what the game plan is. We're like a Fallout. Bravo. Like Fallout. They wouldn't. Thank you for your thank you for that quote, Lady J. You're absolutely right. I'm just in a weird place today, right? Let's roll the dice for you there, Lady J. It was a good quote. Thanks for brain no work no good. Sometimes today is going to be one of those days, but Lady J, we got to get you up onto the Ceiling of Champions at least one more time for your amazing, loving appreciation. There you go. We appreciate you, Lady J, for always being there for us. There is only room for one woman's attention per house and a housing crisis. I'm not luck. Good luck out there. Thank you, Epic. American from overpopulation and labor shortages. You're right there. The great idiocracy is reality. Again, I agree with you. And then ignorance is bliss, and not considering ability, so that others are lonely for anyone struggling. Let me try to get a better view at that. I can't. It can be kind of a pain. But give me a second there. The great ignorance is bliss, and not considered abusive. So they. Well, I appreciate all the wisdom there. The great. We're gonna roll the dice for you a few times for those quotes. There was an 11. Eric, give us a blues. I can't even think today. It's okay to be shot. How about that? Today I'm kind of shot, and we're pushing forward. But Eric, give us nominate somebody for the Ceiling of Champions. That's where you're at with the 11. Nominate somebody that's made a positive impact in your life, so we can put them onto the Ceiling of Champions. Forever commemorized. All the times I got dice rolls, I only won once. I've tried to comment as much as I can, but I am some reason he keeps missing my comments. I'm sorry, Tree Farmer. I do my best, brother. I put it down all comments. Maybe those times I didn't, but you're right, Tree Farmer. Let's get you onto the Ceiling of Champions. Give you a nice big spot right here into the back. You deserve more space. You've been a valued member here, and you will continue to be so, Tree Farmer. Please visit KY Tree Farmer's YouTube channel and help him grow his community as well. He's got a lot of good stuff going on there, and we appreciate him. Happy Friday, brother. Art of Mind, Art of Madness. Happy Friday to you too. In chats, appreciate you sending love, James. Slow and steady. We're gonna push forward together here. We're going to keep rolling the dice. We're going to keep moving forward. Life's going to keep going on. We're going to keep looking down at the ground, not up at it. We're going to keep finding hope and appreciation through the struggle. Thank you guys for being part of this conversation so I can push forward and bring these things into reality. We create the reality around us through our mindset. And I believe that wholeheartedly. It's just hard to break that mindset of pain and fear, exhaustion, regret, and grief when you're on fire, when you're consumed by it all. And in this moment, I'm not, right? But this is part of the reason why I'm not, right? Being here with my brother, being here with you guys, having a nice, open, honest communication, coming to terms with it, saying the thing. Just say it out loud. We're letting go of the Galactic Avenger. It's going to the junkyard, right? I got to clean this thing out today, and then do some calling around and find out how to get a good price on it. And then we're going to move forward. The less you care, the happier you will be. Eric, you're 110% right, and I like that. Letting go, Eric, the great, just got you at 10. Thank you for that quote. We're going to put you right up onto the Ceiling of Champions there, Eric. Eric the Great, thank you so much for your quotes here today. I hope you decided to subscribe, man. It'd be nice to have you around when I'm more on the ball. It's nice to have her around today. I appreciate the quotes. Jesus Christ, Tesla, Nikola Tesla, Randolph Diesel, and the investors in North are all cared, so I wouldn't recommend it. They all cared, so I wouldn't recommend it. Well, I appreciate that. LOL, Epic. Very much so. We're trying to drop how much we give a fuck around here, right? I think I say it to a buddy of mine quite a bit. He's the Zen master, not giving a rolling with the flow of it. Because here's the thing, like, our life becomes toxic when we're involved, and we I wouldn't say don't care, but I would say don't get so emotionally involved in the what ifs and what's going on, because this too shall pass, and we lose track of that. And that's the reality. Good, bad, or different. This too shall pass, my friends. We just got to get over that precipice and pull the trigger, right? You gotta take the leap and roll the dice when the opportunity presents itself. This is an opportunity, despite how it feels, right? Getting rid of this car and moving forward is an opportunity, despite how it might feel. KY, dude, I am trying to tell you I have a 2012 Versus sitting in my driveway that only needs a battery and a fuel pump. If you need it, you can have it. Tree farmer, I'd hate to take anything from you, brother. If it only needs that stuff, I know you need a vehicle, man. I got that school bus back at the house that'll get me back and forth and help me do some paint jobs. I appreciate the offer, and it's something to consider, brother. Let's keep our doors open, right? I really appreciate that, man, especially after I'm the one who's trying to give you a car. Once I got into something, I told you, like, last time we talked, I have a truck now. That's how I'm going to the music festival. Your car, okay, geez. I'm sorry, tree farmer, man. Shit's been out of this world. And, yeah, it's been out of this fucking world, man. And I apologize about that. We did talk about that. And if you have a truck, you got another vehicle that needs a fuel pump and a battery, that might be something to consider, man. I don't know. I don't know. Let's slow and steady. We'll keep that in mind. Right now, first things first, let me get rid of the Galactic Avenger today. Let me get Rob moved up in Indiana or something, and then maybe that's something we can consider, man. I appreciate the offer. Galactic Avenger, what's going on? Omar, the Galactic Avenger, a bolt blew out on the subframe, and the gaskets on both back gaskets are blown out, despite that bolt being blown out. So the whole subframe most likely would have to be replaced, which means taking down the muffler and praying that no more bolts break. I wouldn't know how to replace the one bolt. We'd have to cut into the frame, I think, because it comes out of the frame. I don't know. That's what's going on. The thing's shot. That's where I'm at. So the last couple days trying to contemplate and look at it, see if I could fix it. What state are you in? What state am I in? I'm in Georgia right now there, good sir. Like I said, I'm at my brother's house, and we're getting back his truck today. Is the game. And then Rusty Nuts. Oh yeah, Rusty Nuts, without a doubt. It took some serious wrenching and an impact to get the shock that we just replaced while we were at Cranks. Let's stop living the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, though, man. And Tree Farmer, again, I appreciate the offer, man. We'll keep this in mind. And slow and steady. Rusty Nuts, carpet country. It is, that's funny. You say that, Epic. It is carpet country. It is. Flooring and carpeting here in Delton, Georgia is dirt cheap. If you guys are looking for really cheap flooring and you need a bunch of it, the Restore store actually has $1 a square foot clipped together flooring, and I'm sure you can get really cheap carpeting everywhere you go. I haven't looked, but I have seen carpet stores everywhere because it is the carpet capital. 360, I see that 510 charger. What's a 510 charger there, 360? I think you making the right call. Whatever you move the frame, you have to do risky, or you have to do it with apparent mechanically, otherwise you apart while you are driving down the road. And you're right, man. I don't have enough faith in myself. If I was up there with my buddy Randos, maybe we could figure it out. If I was down there with Crank, but we're not. And I appreciate that backup. That's really what I needed, man. Thank you for backing me up, Tree Farmer. Thank you for the offer, too, man. We'll play with that idea. I'm not going to say no to anything, right? I got to stop, like, you know, I gotta allow the doors to be open for a while. We'll figure. I don't know what to do, man. You know, but I do know what to do. It's okay. I'm gonna get rid of this damn car. You know, you're gonna say goodbye to it. Gonna clean it out. Gonna let go, and know that by letting go of this, I'm not letting go of my Cuzzo. You know, just because it came from him and it was his thing, and we've kept it cop job together, kind of winking at him on his journey, because I know he'd laugh and call me shot every time I put another zip tie in the bumper. It doesn't mean that I'm less connected with Cuzzo, Jimbo. It means that I'm respecting me, and that's the thing, man. I'm disconnected with this thing for a while, looking for a way to get out of it into something different. The USB charger you just had in your hand. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Whatever. Thank you, 360. I'm kind of shot today. That's all right. I think it's all right. You shot out there in YouTube land today. You feeling a little rough and tumble. It's going to be all right, brother. We're in the right place. We're going to weather the burden together and do the next right thing to the best of our ability. And that's making the hard choices sometimes. Being realistic about what we can accomplish. And Tree Farmer, thank you for backing me up. I really needed to hear that, man. You know, we got to let go sometimes, brothers. We got to let go. You know, could I do all these things? May it be possible? Yes. I think part of what I've been thinking about too, and I'm in my right mind, is it all happens for a reason. I made it, right? That thing could have blown out on the way to Sally's, could have blown out on the way here, could have blown out on the way to Cranks, and I could be on the side of the road somewhere, not being able to go anywhere. Even me, you know, if I would have changed both springs, maybe that would have made that bolt last a little bit longer, and I would have made it halfway to Sally's, and then we'd be in the thing. Like, you never know, right? I got to stop thinking like I know what's best and allow it to be what is, because whatever's going on is happening for me, and I believe that when I'm in my right mind. I believe that when everything's happening serendipitously and it's going the way that I had hoped. James, my wife. What about your wife, James? What do you call a cow with no legs? Ooh, that's a rough one, James. I didn't see above it. Ground beef. Epic the Great. We appreciate that. Thanks for the levity. We're going to roll the dice for you a couple times for that. And there's an 11. Epic, if you want to give us a nomination for someone in your life who's made a positive impact, man, please feel free to do so. 360 ground beef. Dog with, what do you call a dog with no legs? I'm not sure. There, good sir. Please enlighten us. Bring a little humor into our lives. Let's put a little levity into this morning. Yeah, appreciate the open out. If I could even speak, it would all be all right. Letting go of the expectations of what could have been, you know. That's where we're at today. The adventures that could have happened in between, you know, the ambition that could have been gained and had, the sense of winning and freedom that didn't happen this time around. Well, we can't force those things, you know. We did accomplish the most important thing, which was help our brother figure out a way to get his together. What do you call a... Wait, ooh, did you say... What do you call a... Where are we at? Dog with no legs. It doesn't matter because it isn't going to come to... It isn't going to come and thank you, Epic. My girlfriend's husband, James. Damn straight, James. What do you call a nun with a wheelchair? Virgin Mobile. Okay, awesome. Epic, thank you for the laughter today, brother. We appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Have a cup of coffee, relax, feed yourself, hydrate, start simple. Take care of ourselves, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm just working on taking care of me and doing the best I can. And I do appreciate you guys' backup, man, that I'm making the right decision, because it's hard. I have a hard time having faith in the decisions I make when it seems like sometimes it all hits the fan. But, you know, it's easier to make those decisions when you're backed up with people you trust, and people that you care for. And I appreciate you, Tree Farmer. You're a great dude, man. You know, I think that everything's going to work out, brother. Everything's going to be okay. You know, just like how much I tormented myself when things weren't working out and I couldn't fall into the time frame of giving the car away, and, you know, made these decisions that made it impossible, and I beat myself up for how long. All that torment, all that bullshit was worth nothing, right? I'm still here right now. You're still here. We're still here. And we're still pushing forward to the best of our ability. That's what matters. Keep pushing forward. figure out a way to let go of that resentment and anger, frustration and pain that comes along with this mindset that we're doing something wrong or that we're scared to make the decision. And let go of that torment that consumes us. Be easier said than done, without a doubt, and I know it's a process, so don't expect it to happen all at once. Omar, I'd really live in my car or truck. I missed you. I messed up. How'd you do? I don't feel like things will be okay, but I can't change it, so I try not to think about it. Well, I've been in that mode, man. You know, between this and other things that are going on and this little family circle I have here going on now, I'm lucky to be a part of. You know, I feel like sometimes I'm the toxic one, that anything I'm involved with is going to turn to shit, which isn't reality. But it can be reality if I keep reinforcing that thought. So hopefully, Epic, today we can help you find a way to negate that feeling and that thought, man. I'm sure you've made a lot of bad choices, brother. Me too. I'm sure you've made a lot of choices that feel bad, that feel like they're not exactly conducive with what you're doing or where you're going or where you'd like to be, man. But I can confidently say it's bringing you exactly where you need to be. You know, it's just hard for me to see that for me sometimes. Epic, if you want to share a little bit more about what's going on, that's cool. If you don't, Epic, that's cool too, brother. We're here for you either way, man. It's an open-hearted community of caring, kind individuals who are truly looking to weather the burden together, right? Slow and steady, nice and easy. That's why we're the Turtle Herd. That's why everybody who subscribes here is valued. That's why everybody who decides to chat with us is appreciated. Because of that open, honest communication is going to set us free. Sometimes we just need that validation from other human beings. That's why I'm here today, man. I need some strength today. And that's okay. That's okay, man. You guys can lean on me tomorrow when I feel like I got it all figured out. You know, and you can lean on me now, right? Because that even helps when you're struggling. It's to lean back and forth even when you're struggling. It doesn't need to be about my struggles today, man. You know, we figured that out. The car's got to go. I've come to terms with it and I've let go. It's just it's a hard thing to wrap your head around. See the good and the good will come. You're right, Lady J. Let me give you a roll for that quote. See the good and the good will come. There's a 7. There's a 9. There's a 9. There's the doubles we were looking for, Lady J. Let's get you another spot over here. Lady J. Lady J, our #1 fan out there, has actually commented on every single short I have, in every long form, has taken the time to show appreciation and help this channel grow in an epic way. Lady J, you're absolutely amazing. You know, maybe I should start, I need to remember my brother's philosophy, or what my brother was wanting, not even philosophy, what my brother wanted from me when he passed. What my brother wanted from me before he passed that I didn't really see until he did, was that he wanted me to see myself the way he saw me, you know, and I've always had a hard time with that. I'm getting better at it, but if I could take myself out in this darkness and the whisper that I allow to consume me, and I can see myself the way that you guys do, the way that the people that truly care for me do, it's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. It's you know, we got to make the move and do the thing, and that sucks, and sometimes it's paralyzing and bullshit and scary and full of fear. But it's all right, man. It's going to be okay. It's all going to be all right. Epic! See, Lady J, we love you, Lady J. Thank you. She kicks my Harley over. Wait, did I miss something? Okay. I don't think so. Epic. I'm trying to make sure I see what you're saying here. She kicked my Harley over and hear my daughter yell at me that I can't relate with her tough life as she, oh my God, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. That's what's going on, but thank you for expressing that, man. That's what we're here for, brother. I really hope that you've decided to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and in this moment we can weather the burden together, and you know, there's going to be a brighter day. I believe that. And you can't relate to it. I mean, your daughter, how old's your daughter? Maybe she's a teenager, maybe she's a little bit older, she's a woman, right? I mean, it's hard for us to fully relate to people outside of our age, and you know, and to other genders sometimes. You know, does it mean that you could never understand the amount of pain and struggle she goes through? Absolutely not. but it does mean that her perception is lost, maybe on you a little bit, on me, because of these separations. But it doesn't mean she had to take that angle. That's pretty epic, brother. That's pretty rough, and I apologize. Message retracted. Epic. Whatever you got to say, brother, is worth hearing. God said everyone has feelings and failure to communicate. You're right. It's hard to say the thing. We're going to implore you to do that today. Part of this rolling the dice shit that we do here, the liking, sharing, subscribing, is getting me to take the leap, right? Because it's hard, man. I've been, at times, paralyzed with fear, anxiety, regret, grief, loss, pain. Maybe some PTSD, I guess, was brought to my attention just earlier this morning. We got to figure out a way to let go and push forward and take our medicine. And I believe that open, honest communication is the medicine. I believe that being here with you all now, finding a way to let go and to be open and honest. First of all, say it, right? I feel a lot better now, right? I said it. I put it out into the world. I'm going to do my best to do it. The card's got to go. And it made it real, right? It's scary to say it. It was scary to have this conversation because now I got to do it, right? Now I've made the decision, and I'm not going to... But I got to be realistic, man. I can't sit under this thing for days and spend a bunch of money on it. But what I can do is I can get rid of it, use that money to rent a car to get home, and then I got a bus up there that'll keep me going. Omar, you're struggling through more. You're struggling. Your strongest thoughts move you in the direction you're going. Thank you, Omar. Let's roll the dice on that one. There's a 7. There's a 3, and there's a 7, and you know what? There's another 7. Omar, we're just going to give you a spot under the Ceiling of Champions today. We're going to make sure that you're forever commemorized at the junkyard, Omar, for being a member of this turtle herd. They're good, sir. Rolling the dice. We appreciate your opinion. Stop doing math. Probably a good idea. I haven't done much math today, but I'll take your word for it. The first comment disappeared, so it didn't make sense. What do you call a temporary wife? There's only room for one woman's attention per house, and the housing crisis, so that's mission impossible. And there's a housing crisis. Okay. I think I'm wrapping my head around that there, good sir. Like I said, Swiss cheese brain today. Don't expect much out of me. I'm dropping expectations on me myself today. And we're going to push forward, spreading this thing. I'm going to keep regurgitating all these beautiful things to remind myself of where I'm going and where I'm headed and the tools that I've been given. Take care of ourselves, our family, our community. We do that through open, honest communication here. We do that through honesty and respect, through appreciating the circle of life, giving thanks this morning for the ground beneath my feet and the sky above my head in 4 directions. How the winds carry the birds to the trees, and how the trees nourish them, they provide us shade. I'm grateful for all these beautiful things. I think the big thing is getting out into Mother Nature. That's going to be my goal here. Find a way to get out into Mother Nature, find some waterfalls as soon as I can. New car? World, yeah, you down? Down, yes. Not necessarily. We already got the bus at the house. We're going to be relying on that for a while to hopefully paint a few houses to get and then get a new car. But yes, the Galactic Avenger is going to the junkyard. There's too much going on with it, and it's been on its last legs for a while. And on top of all that, even if I could put $1,000 in it, it would keep it running. It's the inspection's up in October. And, I've been time to let go of this thing for a while. So we're letting go today. I know it might not sound like much, but I seen this young traveler. I got to remember her name, and I'll let you guys know. You should check her out. But she's got these pants that she got somewhere along the way at a thrift store that were too tight. She re-sewed them, and then she patches them everywhere she goes. And now she has this connection with these pants because of the journey they've been on together. And I kind of feel that same way about the car, right? Each zip tie, each plexiglass window, each aluminum tape that keeps the weather out from the windows that won't go up, the door panel that's ripped apart that I lift up and down my window and pull on a string to open my door. You know, I've made it work. We've made it happen. And with each movement, it becomes more a reflection of our willingness to push forward. And then when something happens that we can't keep pushing forward with it, and it's time to let go, it could be a hard thing. No matter what that is, no matter what we become attached to. But if we don't let go of the comfortability of what we have, maybe we won't make that leap. You know, I know we won't. I know I won't. So it's a necessary thing, right? It's time to let go of this POS camper car, the old Dodge Avenger, and move forward. How's the business coming? Well, the Rave Parade is still on track.